Welcome back to my channel. We're gonna mix one of my songs. Okay, that was weird. But it is so exciting because I've been waiting for this moment so long. And I have so many songs still that are on hold. They're somehow trying to make them better. But we ain't no stopping. My album is gonna come, and meanwhile I'm just gonna release this song we're making now. Definitely this is not professional. It's more of like me trying to do mixing with the notes I have, something I learned and what I know. Hi, my name is Victoria. I'm a deep dark indie artist. Right now I'm creating my first album about my emotion wounds that became my strength. So the whole aim is to help others to also feel motivated to find something they really want to do. I made a community where I can join, we can talk about music, we can journal together. So please join it. The link is below. It's totally free. We can talk, and if you need some support with your music, we can talk about it also. And the more exciting news, because it's Christmas season, and I know like gifts are something. Sometimes the things are hard to pick for your lovers, but I always like to make something special. I made from my website this time. You can add your custom print or custom sentence, something you say to your lover like "Hey boo boo," and then you put on a shirt like "Hey boo boo." So you can check them out. They're available in Europe, these t-shirts and some Christmas mini sale just for you. Welcome to my other studio again. So I already did stems. I'm just gonna show you, so if you need to know how to even start mixing, then why not? Just look at my process. I'm not perfect, but this is just how I do. Usually, like when I make a song, there's a lot of mess, and that's why it's good to make them into stems, like separate stems, and put them into the next thing. So as you can see, I named them everything. Everything has like a color. I'm gonna take that off. Everything has a color and a name, something I can recognize them. If you put them in the same track, then they're going to be one big thing. So after you name them, you have to, I'm just gonna drag it here somewhere. Wait. You have to put them into this fella here. Yeah, you have to put them into the tracks. So I put here because I had some mess here, and it's just a messy project. So I just saved all of the stems, and later I can just delete. You can do it much cleaner, but look, this is just me trying to do something. But sometimes you make so many recordings, there's a mess and everything's there. So I just try to somehow make sense. Also, what I forgot to do was, so we're just gonna have to do it again. Everything has to be 0. So put everything to 0. Where is the number? Up there, right. Thing, and turn off all of the fruities or the verbs, delays, like take them off. Like, of course, if there's some sound you already got with effects, you could leave it there, but yeah, usually it's good to start with like a clean slate, and you can start to make like conscious, slow decisions. If it makes sense, right? And after you're done with that, you're just going hit to file. You're gonna put export, just as usual. WAV files are usually better. Choose your folder. So on my own stems, I'm just gonna make new ones because I had some dynamic differences. Then WAV file. I mean, I'm not really sure most of them. Like the guy said, just leave them as they are. Only thing you need is this split mixer tracks, and that's the only thing. Perhaps I should check my notes, but I think it's pretty much the same. The full song is important, I think, and also this, how many bit in depth, and then I choose the point sync is 512. I don't really know much about these numbers, but I guess this is the best. I hope that helps. And then you start to do that. Now the stems are in your folder, and we're gonna open a new file because we want to start from 0 to make a clean mix. So we're here. Now we're going to 120 as our song was. I'm just gonna put this on my next screen. You will not see it, but you know, you don't need to see it now. I'm just gonna show you later. So now we're gonna drag all the stems in here. Okay, drag your stems in left side. You're gonna take your master track and well, you're gonna like put the main things. Like usually if you have drums, you just add the drums in the beginning. I think I'm gonna add just like, I don't have drums, I just have a bass line, so I guess the first is instruments. So I'm just trying to find like my instruments first, and you can look again in the left side up, like there it shows what is there. I never used this, I don't know why, but you know, now I know it, and I'm like, you look, oh, this is my backing vocal lower, this is my bass guitar, yeah, that's perfect, that's okay, wait, I have everything chosen, my bad. Okay, I will explain what I'm doing. So the first is to rename them, make sense of them, add them to the mixer track. Usually we'll start with a kick and a drum, so I start with the bass, guitars, then violins, then the main vocal, and then backing vocals. So this is how I'm doing it. So usually you section them, you give them like a space. So I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna share you how you can just add actually everything together, but I like to do like sections, so you can do however you want to do. So I'm just gonna click everyone, and we're gonna click from 8. We're gonna keep some space for the other ones. We're gonna choose a channel routing, then we're gonna choose route select channel starting from this track. This is important so you don't put everything in one. And look at that, now you got everything in here. So now I'm gonna do the next section again, leaving 2 spaces, and then there's vocals and backing vocals. So this is how I usually do it. Okay, so now I fixed the problems. I put everything on the right mixer track. I will show you. It looks something like this. Here's gonna be like delay or something. It's good to keep them like similar color or something, so you don't really like get like, you know, oh, where should I go, like I don't know what to do, you know, so you don't get a mess. So you get the idea, okay, here is my first section is instruments, drums, etc. Like now there is like this extra violin part, then there's this main vocal, and then there's backing vocal. Like I keep them separate to give them space to have their own thing, because usually maybe backing vocals, or you can just make one, you know, it really depends on you, however you want to do, just section however makes sense to you, you know. The first thing we want to do is make sure we have like the beginnings going nicely, like the, how do you call it, like going to the music with subtleness, the blending you may say, and also the cutting away of the breathing, because if you look at some like singing, there's sometimes Indian like like it's okay, it maybe leaves it to be natural, but at some cases when you cut it off, it just kind of makes it cleaner. It just happens that the person breathes either before or after or between the lines. That's where you're gonna go and take the whole vocal. You're gonna like zoom in. And you're gonna see what you did there. So you can usually like, there's this knob in here. It just comes there. You just pick your thing and you're gonna slide in the beginning, and you're just gonna like see how you want it to come. You can add them later too, but I don't know, watch the video and a guy said you should do it in the beginning, and later you can change them, you know, do whatever you want. You can add automations, you don't have to do it this way. So that's what you're doing, like you're trying to make them smooth. A main vocal is here, so I'm gonna go and make a slight cut in somewhere in the beginning of it. So that's what you do, you know that I start to sing in here, so I can actually cut from here Okay, see there's something somewhere here. So just zoom in and do whatever you want to do. Because what we're gonna do is like, you're gonna just listen yourself. And you're gonna hear a lot of breathing. So I'm just gonna see if I have anything. In the moments it feels so dark, he will. Did you hear it? So if you hear somewhere here, and you want to cut all of the breathing away, so you're gonna. Sometimes you can cut it if it's like, let's say I'm starting with a breath, like it happens. And that's natural. But what you can do, let's see how it's gonna sound. Sometimes it's not good, but some parts it's really great. So here's like you see, like here ends. We can go from here, and where is the breath? Yeah, the breath is somewhere here. So I can pretty much cut from here. So let's see if I take it away, how it's gonna sound. Sometimes maybe you can check like if you play instruments, like maybe there's some noise, extra random. Maybe you have some holes somewhere like in the guitar. Like if you can cut it there, most likely you have filters. So you're gonna go up there and click none. Well, look, even if you like cut it this part, it's important to either like make it smooth, or rather not in volume, maybe add with automation or with specific part like echo or something that makes the feeling that this is continuing to the air. Anyways, you get the idea. I cut all of them, like as you can see, like some breathings, like some extra noise, because usually when you record, like you just get some extra noise background, something cracking because you're waiting. Like look, this part example, like here's like a big weight, here's like a big weight, and that's where usually like some noises, so it's good to like cut it out. Now comes the exciting part. You're gonna think of a band. So you're gonna take the loudest part of the song. So I think it's like the chorus for me. Where is that? Let's see. Yeah, it starts here. My loudest part. So here's the mixer track. You're gonna like mix the track, and you're gonna just listen it, right? You can like listen also if you click your left mouse. You can listen like one thing. So we have here guitar left 2, yeah right. Guitar right, just guitar right. So we're gonna do the panning. You're gonna just listen. I'm just gonna click. Wait, wrong. I'm just gonna click. Click these 2 instruments. And we're gonna pan them, and you can listen them if you have headphones. If you don't, then heh. And also what can help you to think how to pan is like if it's a stage. Someone said it like if it's a stage, like imagine like who stays where and where the sounds come. Like usually guitars are labeled in the back and the drums are like in the middle, and you know this is in the right side. So this is the right side, this is the left side, okay? It sounds already fuller, like it's everywhere, you know. But when it comes to volume, first you want to select all of your fellers. You're gonna put everything into 0, the volume, right? You're gonna put everything to 0. And why? Because when you turn the knobs up, you're gonna think like, what is the sound I want more? You get the idea and how it sounds. It's so cool, look at that. Whee! Okay, I'm gonna play it multiple times and listen it. this is what it looks now. Everything I put in different sides. Usually you will leave a kick in the middle, but I add the bass to one side, you know. It's fine. It just makes sense to me now. You can always like change them, but this is what I ended up doing. It looks kind of like a wave. It doesn't matter how it looks like. It's just what it sounds to you is right. So this is what I was doing, and now we're gonna add each one of them EQ. Like not each one of them. If you think like the bass is like electronic, what I put, not electronic, like something I played with the MIDI, then perhaps this doesn't need EQ necessary, but it depends what you want, right? So if you think of what EQ does, then you know what you want. You can test, you can put whatever things you want. But usually you will put like, it's the sounds is important. But if you do sounds yourself, you need to put EQ and compressor for sure. So I'm just gonna do that. I think this will be a long process. Like mixing is not like I will do it within 1 hour. Like it's long because you need to re-listen everything and overdo the things. So it's gonna take a while. Like I'm doing it like for hours. I don't know how long. Just this one process. After countless of hours doing the same thing, I made some changes here there to make it more smooth, you know, because I felt like I can do it and I want it. Don't ask me. But now we are going to make sense of. I heard and I saw a quote that what beginners usually do, I'm a beginner, so is there's too much. Why mixes get muddy is because there's too much things in a low end and you know there's no separation. So what we're gonna do, I guess what we're gonna do is first we're gonna go to the mix track, we're gonna go to the bass, we're gonna add, I'm just gonna use regular EQ because that's what I have. And what we're gonna do with that is we're gonna go click on left button, and this is for the bass, right? So low pass. Just gonna go for a bass. I'm just gonna listen it with everything. Now it's like the sub bass, but I think I don't really want like that sub bass, so you can just drag it. Put the EQ on them too, and I think this is going to be like in the middle or something. Violence. We're just gonna add it to our guitars because that's what it is. On my own guitar. And now it's gonna go to all of the guitars. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I know, guys, it looks weird and perhaps it's wrong, but don't come at me. I shall do what I shall do, what I feel do. Yet people who speak up all, even if I may try, I still fall. I just added 2 EQs because I don't know if someone got doing it, you know. Perhaps I shouldn't, but I did it. I did it anyways. Look, there's no logic. I have 2 EQs just to cut it down and then high it up again. That's what I did. You can kill me. You can tell me what I did wrong, but just what I did. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna add the same EQs to the main vocal, to the backings, and then I'm done because I'm tired. I'm extremely tired. I'm gonna do this process, I guess, another time, and then and then you will see the released version, which is going to be definitely worked on more. But I think it's exciting to show you how I'm doing things. Even if you don't know about producing, you can produce now because you're looking at me. I mean, most beginners, so we're good. We're good together. So don't forget to subscribe, support me, and check out my concert, my mini home concert. It was amazing. It was interesting. It was a challenging for me, but I did it anyways, and I'm pretty proud I did it.